great to see you back here on your mat. Day 17, you're doing an awesome job. So just like last week, this week we have a special class. It's a little bit longer, so if you have the time, take the time to practice. And if you only have 10 minutes, then once again, just do 10 minutes of the class, or go back and pick any one of your favorite classes, or just move however your body calls you to. Whatever you do, move for 10 minutes. Happy practicing. Today we're going to start in child's pose. So letting the toes touch behind, open out the knees just as wide as is comfortable. Just taking the hips slightly from side to side and then walking the hands forward really nice and easy. Allowing the belly and the chest to drop down towards the floor and then resting the forehead. Maybe you can rest it on your hands, on a blanket, or anything that makes it comfortable. Just kind of swishing the body from side to side, lowering the belly, lowering the chest. And then coming to rest in stillness. Feeling the gentle pressure of the forehead resting on the floor. Allowing the hips to get heavy and settle down on the backs of the feet. Notice how the body's feeling, notice the breath. And walking the hands out in front over the head, we're going to move into a little bit of a side stretch. So just lifting the head up, we're going to walk the hands over towards the right. The left sit bone is going to stay on the floor and just reach a little bit further through the left fingertips. So you should feel a really nice stretch from the left waist all the way to the left fingertips, and then just lower the head down. Breathe into the left side of the body. Create a little bit of space, a little bit of expansion. As you exhale, allow the body to settle into the stretch. Inhale, lifting the head and walk the hands back to center, and then all the way over to the left side. So focus on that right hip, grounding it down into the floor. We don't want it to lift up, and then reach through the right fingertips just as far as you can go. You should feel a really nice stretch, and then just drop the head down. See if you can release and relax the body into this very gentle but efficient side body opener. Taking the awareness of the breath to the right side of the body. As you inhale, creating that space between each rib, shoulder, waist, lower back. And as you exhale, just kind of releasing the body down into it. And inhale, lifting the head, walking the hands back to center. We're going to go ahead and come up onto all fours and tuck the toes, lift the hips up. Just moving about the body. Just taking the hips from side to side, twisting, bending one knee at a time. Really just doing anything that feels good. Just noticing where the tightness is. It's probably going to feel different what time of the day you're practicing. Usually in the mornings we feel a little bit more tight. But that is really the best time to practice, as your body is then open, the muscles are lengthened and stretched the whole rest of the day. We're going to slowly walk the feet forward, coming into a standing forward fold at the top of the mat. Press down firmly into the feet, take the hands in the fronts of the legs, and find length in the spine, looking forward, sucking the belly to the navel. Exhale, fold. Drop the head low. Bend the knees as much as you need to, just let the head release, shoulders release. Inhale again, we find length. Suck the belly in, hips pull back, feet press firmly into the floor, and as you exhale, fold. Bend the knees again as much as you need to drape the upper body over the legs. Feet strong, pressing down. As you inhale next, slowly roll the body all the way up to stand. Now we'll just make circles with the head, going one way and then the other way. Rolling the shoulders, take the arms out at shoulder level and give yourself a big hug. Releasing the hands, taking them behind you, lift the chest, lift the chin. Maybe take a little bit of space between the feet, so a little more space. And again, bending the knees, dropping into a forward fold.
letting the belly, letting the chest come towards the thighs, letting the hands draw over the head towards the floor. And just let the arms be heavy, let the head, the shoulders be heavy. Take a couple deep breaths. And releasing the hands back onto the lower back, pressing into the feet, come all the way back up to stand. Standing at the top of the mat, space between the feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Let the chest rise. Exhale, take a forward fold. Take the hands behind the legs and gently pressing the calves forward. With the legs, you're pressing the hands back and just using that resistance to draw the upper body and the head closer to the legs. Again, the knees can be bent. Don't worry about straightening the legs. Inhale, we're going to lengthen up halfway. So find length in the spine, sucking the belly in. Exhale, fold again. We're going to step the right foot back. Lengthen the spine, look forward. Press back through the right heel to reach forward through the chest. Palms to the floor, step the left foot back. We're going to hold here for 2 breaths. And then lifting up the hips. Downward facing dog. Right leg steps forward, left knee to the floor. Finding a low lunge. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, lift the chest. Exhale, release, hands to the floor. This time we're going to find a little length in the spine and then pull the hips back, coming into half Hanumanasana. So pull the right hip back, right toes pull back, chest keeps lifting forward. You may find you need to walk the hands a little bit further back. Feel free to keep the chest lifting. Really, we want the hips pull back a little bit, then the right knee is fine. If you have more space, you can bend the elbows and fold in. And then as you inhale, we walk the hands forward, coming back into our low lunge. Once again, tucking the back toes, coming here. Left knee lifts off the floor, get light on the fingertips, and then maybe sweep the arms all the way up. Coming into a high lunge, belly sucks into the spine. Exhale, take the hands down, right leg steps back. You can pause here, you can bring the knees to the floor, or move the body, shift the chest forward, knees lower, or the legs stay straight. Inhale, chest up, shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes, and lift the hips up. Take one complete breath here. And as you inhale next, left leg steps forward, right knee to the floor. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, releasing the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, chest lifts, hands reach towards the back foot. And exhale, palms to the floor. Take a breath in, find a little more length in the spine. And as you exhale, we pull the hips back, straightening up the left leg. Find where you want to stay in the pose. We're not going to hold it for too long. You want to find length in the chest, shoulders draw back, pull the left hip back, press your front heel into the floor. And then as you inhale, we're going to walk the hands back forward, bend into the left leg. Tucking the right toes, lift the right knee off the floor. Power down through the legs, so press firmly into the legs. Just get light on the fingertips and see if you can come up for a high lunge. And take the hands to the floor. The left leg steps back. Downward facing dog. Feel free to walk forward in between the hands, or we're going to take the knees to the side, do a little hop. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold it in. Drop the head low. Inhale, pressing into the feet, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, take a forward fold. Take the hands behind the legs. Again, pressing the legs forward. Legs press the arms back. Find length in the spine and then fold it in. Inhale, we're going to come up halfway. Suck the navel to the spine and exhale, fold. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back, plank. We're gonna stay in plank and we're just gonna roll the heels off to the left so the upper body stays facing the floor and we're just twisting. And back to center, roll the heels off to the right, twist the body, but the upper body is still facing the floor. Back to center, hips lift up and back. Inhale, lift the right leg up behind you. Bend the knee, begin to open up the hip. And exhale, right leg steps forward. Left knee to the floor. Sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're gonna take a twist here. So inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, twist. Left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Press your back foot firmly into the floor. And back to center. Hands to the floor. Coming back into our half splits. Straighten up the right leg. Inhale, find length. Exhale, maybe you're gonna fold. Maybe you're not gonna move very far down, and that's okay. Wherever you feel the stretch, stay there. As you inhale next, lift the chest. Bend into your right knee. Drop the hips low. Left hand on the floor. Right hand lifts up and twist. Right hand comes down. We're gonna tuck your back toes, right leg steps back. So once again, you can pause here for a break. You can bring the knees to the floor for a break. Or you're gonna move the body. Inhale, chest over the hands, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up. Inhale, left leg lifts up and back. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Keep pressing firmly down through both hands on the floor. And then step the leg forward. Left leg in between the hands, right knee to the floor. Inhale, pressing firmly into the feet. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath in. And exhale, twist. Right elbow on the outside of the left thigh. Nice and easy. Allow the twist to come from the very center of the body. Waist. And back to center. Hands to the floor. Drawing the hips back, straightening up the left leg. You may notice one side might be a little tighter than the other. This is my tighter side. Maybe you don't go down so deep or you don't go down at all, that's okay. Just feeling the stretch. Taking the awareness of the breath to the back of that leg. And really giving your body the time it needs to open. It really doesn't make you a better person if your chest comes down onto your leg or not. And then bending back into your left leg. Finding length in the spine, chest lifts, hips drop. Right hand stays to the floor and left hand lifts up. And left hand comes down, tucking the right toes, left leg lifts behind. We're gonna stay here for 5 breaths. So again, you can stay in downward facing dog, or you can drop the knees, rest in child's pose, anywhere you want to be. Anywhere that allows you to calm the body, calm the breath. And once again, we're gonna get ready to hop or step forward. So if you're hopping, bend the knees to the side, look between the hands, look where you're gonna go. Take a little light hop, come up halfway, and exhale, fold in. Drop the head, bend the knees as much as you need to. As you inhale, pressing into the feet, come all the way up to stand. Palms to heart center, releasing the hands to the side, just feeling the body. Any effects of the practice, any sensations, anything you experience right at this moment. Feeling the feet on the floor, feeling the palms, feeling the chest, shoulders. And go ahead, open the eyes. We're gonna come down and sit on the mat. Left knee is gonna stay on the floor, right knee is gonna cross on top of it. Now, if this is not possible, it's not available, doesn't feel good for your knees, you can come sit in any cross-leg position. It's gonna work either way. So either legs, knees on top of each other, or just in an easy cross-leg position. Taking the hands, just resting them on the soles of the feet. Give yourself a little massage, a little TLC. Massaging the ankles, the toes, the arches. And then as you inhale next, we're gonna lift up the chest. And you might feel the stretch a lot already here, and you're just gonna stay sitting up nice and tall. If you wanna go a little bit deeper, you're gonna begin to move into a forward fold, but keep that length of the spine, keep the right hip on the floor, and the belly comes down first. Maybe walking the hands forward, maybe resting the whole upper body on that top thigh. Wherever you are, just dropping the head. And remember, you don't have to be in a forward fold. Maybe you're gonna be up here. Wherever you are, staying connected to the breath. Taking the awareness of the breath to the space where you feel the stretch, you feel that resistance. See if you can deepen the pose with your breath. And on an inhale, if you're in a forward fold, come all the way back up. We're gonna change the cross of the legs. So right knee on the floor, left knee comes on top. If you're in a cross-leg position, just change. Whichever leg was behind, bring it forward. Holding on to the feet, maybe they're in front of you, maybe they're on the sides of you. Just giving yourself a little massage, squeezing the toes. Any way you want to massage yourself, your feet. Always working so hard, always so much weight standing on them. And then once again, as you inhale, we're gonna create length in the spine, especially take your awareness to a left hip, draw the left hip down towards the floor, and then the belly is gonna begin to move forward. Keep that length in the spine for as long as you can. You go slowly, you're gonna feel that stretch intensifying, getting a little bit stronger. If you wanna stay here, stay here. If you wanna drop lower, go ahead, drop lower. Wherever you are, just hanging the head down. Maybe you're all the way up to sitting, really doesn't matter. It's nice in these practices when you can go a little bit slower, you can bring a little bit more awareness to the body, feeling each pose, noticing the tightness, noticing the ways that your body opens. As you inhale, we're gonna slowly come back up to sitting. Uncrossing the legs, taking the feet right in front of you and taking the hands behind. Just gonna drop the knees from one side to the other. Just kind of massaging out the hips, bringing a little bit of release to those hips. And then coming back to center. I'm gonna take the legs stretched out in front. Maybe you're gonna sit up on a little blanket or fold the mat a little bit to get you a little lift in the hip. You wanna keep the spine as straight as possible. As you inhale, sweeping the arms up. As you exhale, suck the belly in and move the chest forward. Hinge at the hips and reach for the feet. The feet seem a little far away. Go ahead and bend the knees as much as you need to hold on to the feet. And you want your belly to be resting on the thigh, lifting up the chest. Find as much length as you can. And then bend the elbows and maybe begin to fold in. You should feel a really nice stretch the whole back of the body. Maybe the legs are straight, but wherever you are, the belly should be resting on the thigh. So if your belly doesn't touch the thighs, go ahead, bend the knees, press it on the thigh, and then don't let it lift up. Just curl the whole body in. We're gonna take 5 breaths here. If you feel a stretch in the spine and the back body, just noticing it, taking the awareness of your breath there. Allowing the breath to deepen, using the exhale to settle the upper body down over the legs. On your next inhale, lifting the head, slowly walking the hands back up. Extend the legs out in front of you, spine nice and tall. We take the hands to the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, sit up tall, sit bones press down, legs press down. As you exhale, we're gonna bring the forehead towards the floor between the hands. Now it's not gonna come all the way to the floor, but just move in that direction. Notice that right hip, it might like to lift up. Don't let it lift up. Plug it into the floor and then bow down. Inhale, you come to center and then over to the other side. Inhale, you come to center. As you exhale, you bow and twist. Just lowering down as far as you go, connecting to the breath. One more time on each side. And back to center. Make sure that you're sitting in the center of your mat. And come to lay all the way down onto the floor. We're gonna keep the feet together, legs together, and reach the arms up overhead. Your body is pretty active, legs pressing down, upper back pressing down into the floor, and kind of pull the navel toward the spine. As you inhale, you're gonna sit up. Hands reach forward, tall, long spine. As you exhale, forward fold. Just curl the head in wherever you are, doesn't matter. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, all the way back down to the floor. Inhale, sitting up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sitting up. Exhale, all the way back down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, use the whole breath to move into each pose. Exhaling, laying down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, all the way back. 3 more. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, fold forward. Hold here for a couple breaths. And move all the way back up. We're gonna bring the knees in toward the chest, tippy toes on the floor, and then go ahead and lift the feet off the floor. Really nice and easy, nothing too intense. We're just gonna take the arms from side to side, but really move the upper body. And begin to reach through the fingertips. Keeping the chest lifting up, keeping your abdomen engaged. Just side, to side, to side, to side. And then hands holding the tops of the knees, roll all the way back down onto the floor. Give your back a little massage. From here, we're gonna move into a shoulders down. So maybe one option is just to stay like this, legs lifting up at a 90-degree angle. Or you can move, lift the hips up. Lift the hips over the shoulders, knees over the hips, ankles, toes over the knees. See if you can bring stillness to the body. And then slowly lowering down. Taking the arms out on the shoulder level. We're gonna move into any twist, so you can choose a twist of your choice. Otherwise, the left leg is gonna straighten, the right knee is gonna bend. We're gonna just roll that right knee over towards the left side. Keep the upper back plugged into the floor, chest facing the ceiling. Allow the twist to come from the waist, the abdominal area, and back to center. Right leg extends, left knee comes in. Begin to move into the twist on the second side. Left leg comes over, knee doesn't have to come to the floor, but keep the upper back on the floor. Allow your body just to ease into the twist. Allow your body to settle. Feeling the spine, allowing the breath to slowly deepen, relax. And coming back to center. Realigning the hips, realigning the spine. Make any movements in the body. And then just come to lay in stillness. Arms a little away from the body, legs away from each other. Just taking a few moments to release and relax the entire body. Feel free to take on a blanket over you if you feel a little cool. Begin to notice the natural breath moving through the body. See if you can keep your awareness on the natural breath. So not changing the breath at all. Keeping the breath relaxed, natural. Try to keep the awareness unbroken for 21 cycles of breath. So awareness on the breath, beginning to count 21 cycles of breath, starting at 21, counting backwards all the way to 0. And letting this be your last count of breath. Just noticing how the body feels, noticing what kind of thoughts come into your mind. Noticing the effects of the practice on the body. Feeling the weight of the body on the floor. Feeling the position that you're laying in right now. Fingers curled, toes relaxed, jaw relaxed, eyes closed. Lips gently touching. If you have more time, welcome to stay here as long as you need to. And if you need to get up and get ready for your day, the evening, just begin to bring movement back to the body, moving the fingers, moving the toes. And take your time as long as you need to. Make your way all the way back up. Coming to sit with a tall spine, just taking a moment to honor your body and feel really good about yourself and your journey so far this December. Go ahead and open the eyes, lift the head.